sorry, I'm kind of like echoing in your ear, but look, I am back with another video. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys what's really been going on and what's really been making me really mad. Okay, it's the fact that I've been making videos and I have been trying to post said videos, but I have been getting those, if you know my boy Beezy, copyright strikes. I really don't like copyright strikes. Copyright strikes. I really don't like copyright strikes. So, we are going to have to pivot just a tiny bit. And we're going to start having to look for different content. So, in my search of trying to find different content to react to, I have stumbled upon Charles in Charge. And when I tell you this type of content is interesting, it's just like those little stories that you see on TikTok. People, put them together, make a little video, and they give little reactions to them. So, you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me get my hand in it. So we're going to do one of his reactions that he's already done. Shout out to you.
Everybody be asking me, man, does the Bluetooth actually work?
Bro, you get a month for free.
And then we got Beanie here trying to call me out. Baby, I left $11 cash, $15 on my card. And mind you, I paid for a drink.
Okay.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Like, what? Like, okay.
Welcome in and welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Gotta get into this clip that I came across. Guy in Atlanta was pursuing his woman for several weeks. Finally got a date opportunity, and it didn't go anything how he wanted, so he had to do what he had to do.
Okay. What'd he do?
Check it out, and I'll be back.
That man got Thanos in the background. Y'all see that?
Today, I linked with this I met a few weeks ago out with my friends.
First of all, already red flag. Why he gotta be that? Why couldn't it just be, so I met with this brother, or, this nice man, or I met up with this man? Why he gotta be an N-word?
He had been texting me for weeks talking to himself. Why I didn't block him, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best oysters in Atlanta, like, hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content. Come on. It's so good.
Is this how desperate some of you guys are out here where you chasing this?
Hey, believe it or not, there are some guys that are doing that right now because, they're told that they have to compete pretty much. They're told, oh, you're not applying no pressure. Oh, you're not doing this. But I do agree, the fact, especially if it's true that he's been talking to himself in her DMs or in her messages or whatever it may be. But at the same time, why never mind. Why is she slurping all out?
This can't be real.
I'm watching her videos.
Y'all, when the fourth one came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a f. I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat, and
he invited you out because he was trying to get to know you, while you were only interested in feeding your face.
Coming anyway, but I ain't gonna lie. No, I wouldn't have did all that, but I did do all that. They was so good. I was not expecting it to be that good.
Oh my God.
It was just so good. Like, I had to. It was so good. So after that,
4 plates.
I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, baby. Why the say he going to the bathroom and never come back? I'm like, it's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes. What the this nigga had to end up grabbing a tab.
Oh my God.
Me with his little one drink. Yeah, I'm so glad he keep me some money, because what? That was crazy to me. And I said, you run out on the tab, he's talking about, I'm offering you to drink. The f you talking about?
Now, I would guess that he figured out he was going to dip and exit that date one of two ways.
Gosh.
One was where he figured out very early on that she was all about just trying to use him. And he spotted that like a mile away. He saw that early on. So in his mind, he said, you know what? I'm going to get her back. I'm going to sit here and entertain this nonsense. Let her rack up and eat up as much as she can stuff her face with. And then as soon as she think it's all good, I'm a dip and leave her with the bill. Or by the time she started to order that fourth plate, he said to himself finally, like, oh, hell no. I'm out of here. I'm not sticking around for this. Either way, it's a W because he escaped unscathed, luckily. The only thing he ended up wasting was his time.
At what age do you...
Nah, absolutely, though. Like, for real. Because people will frown upon doing stuff like that. But at the same time, if you know you're not interested in somebody and you know you're going out there and get the free meal, why not still just be upfront with them? I know that you probably still won't get that meal anyway, but I'll guarantee you if you're upfront with them and maybe y'all really sit, have a conversation maybe, and not just sit there, slurp and eat the oysters and everything, then something might be able to flourish from that. Rather that be a friendship, maybe that be a partnership of whatever kind of business variety of whatever it may be. But sometimes people tend to block their own blessings in certain ways and then want to sit with that eat crow face like, why are you doing this to me? Like, you asked me to do this. Like, why should I have to do this? Why should I have to? Like, come on now. It's the principle of everything. Like, you can't just, don't take advantage of people. I mean, I'm a firm believer in putting in good energy and getting good energy back. So, you know, doing stuff like that, that's slimy.
I feel like a man should have 100K.
What age? To be honest, the grind never stops. As long as you're consistent, I don't really give a the age. As long as you make it someday while we together, we good, we straight.
What's your type?
Okay.
To be honest, I dated them all. I don't have no type.
That's a W. That's E1. That's E1. That's a W.
Now people gonna spin the block as soon as you make 100K or a million. He wants to stay in the loop.
Spin the block.
You're only in the loop.
Women don't get why they get dogged out by rich men, but most rich men went on that path to that journey because they got dogged out so much in that rat race. Yeah. And then when they get out and they actually get that bag by themselves, boy,
like
for all you women that want them the top 1%, you better start treating us better at the bottom because we're them.
Treating you
say that one more time.
For all you women that want a top 1 to 5%, you better start treating the bottom that you see that got some grind better because we're them. You just don't see it yet. That nigga was us 5-10 years ago.
Rich.
So keep on sleeping on us. When I jump out this rabbit wheel, it's up.
A lot of men from the
I mean, damn, she almost sound disgusted by the fact that he would make such a statement. But
right, she did though. I was sitting there thinking that same thing. Why she seemed like she hating a little bit? Like, cause if we being honest, it's true. It is true. There's people in this world that show you what they really about and really be what they about. And there's some people that talk and it just be talk. But you should be able to see the fruits of the labor of what somebody's doing and seeing what they're doing. And then now it will click and you will understand, oh, snap, this person's really about what they talking about. They really live, sleep, eat, do this because they are trying to reach this certain point of life. Like that's something that we got to completely understand, that you want to treat everybody right because you don't know who they're going to be. Even if you're not going to be with the person, still treat them right. Because that could be a cool little friendship to where now they put you on game. And then now you're able to make it out of that rabbit wheel, quote unquote, per se. So like what's going on?
Reality is that he's correct. A lot of the men who make it, a lot of men who are successful and get that ultra success, they're the first ones in their family to reach that type of success. It wasn't success that was handed to them and generational wealth. These are men who ultimately started at the bottom. But women can expect good results when it comes to the men that they choose, when how they choose men are based on vain and superficial values and ideals. Yeah. When the most important thing in your selection of choice of man is based on, can he get your hair done? Can he get your nails done? And can he take you to Ruth Chris? That's a recipe for disaster.
Because this man, for whatever reason, thinks that it's acceptable for him to ask me for my number on Sunday and text me Wednesday night. I personally think that is actually crazy. Like, I think you're nuts. we haven't even met yet. So thinking that you have made an impression, a lasting impression for 3-4 days to stay in my mind is bizarre to me. And then he starts going on. So he texted me and I said, like, no, I'm not interested. Like, what the hell? Like, it's literally been 3 days. I forgot who you were. I literally had to go back to my IG messages and like see to confirm. And he's like, well, you know, just work. I've been really busy. Blah, 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 blah. Baby, you work at AT&T. You told me that.
Oh, wow.
If that job is that stressful, you should quit. Ain't no reason you should be a sales rep and not able to text somebody back within 24 hours. I mean, that's ludicrous. And before any men come under my comments telling me that I must have never dated a real boss, my ex was a multimillionaire who owned 5 businesses and never took more than 10 minutes to text me back. So you can save that. And I'm not saying that that's normal. Like, I'm very aware that's princess treatment. That is not the normal. But you got like 24 hours with me when we first started talking. And then otherwise, I'm bored. Like, what the f***? I'm bored. I forgot who you were. You know how my mind works? Out of sight, out of mind. I don't hear from you for 4 days. You are...
I mean...
Hold on, Charles. Let me go first. Because I agree with some of what she's saying, but at the same time, some of what she's saying is like, really though? Because one, that one guy that owned all those businesses and everything and all that, he's the boss, the owner. So yes, he makes the rules. Nobody's gonna check him about being on his phone and, you know, who he's talking to and this, that, and the third. So yeah, he'll text you back within 10 minutes that you wanted him to. You know, people in other jobs and regular jobs don't always have that same luxury. Now, 3 days, 4 days, however many days it was, that's insane. Now that's insane. You know, I never really understood the whole don't show them how interested you really are in them, you know, play it cool. I never understood that, because if I want you, I'm gonna go after you. Like if this is something that I want and I'm trying to pursue, then I'm going to pursue and I'm going to do. Like, you know, rather whatever that looks like to you or whatever it may be, you know, I'm going to show that effort. I'm going to continuously put in that effort to let you know what I'm about and what I'm gonna do. Him waiting that long, that is insane. But, you know, at the same time, you know, we can't. And I get that, you know, he got her and, you know, in her contact and everything, but just don't let that blind you from the fact that it can't be a two-way street at the same time. So like, if, you know, vice versa, let's say on the other end of the spectrum, you know, y'all are together and, you know, you don't hear from somebody from that long, you know, that's tough. Like, no longer than 24 hours. It shouldn't be no 24-hour look or watch for me to try to find you.
Come on now. That's life. People are busy. You don't know someone's schedule as much as they don't know yours. You got to give people grace. Fact of the matter is, she wasn't enough into this guy to even want to entertain him. That's why it was very easy for her to cut him off. But the only thing we really learned from what she said was the fact that she can't keep the attention of a guy who works at T-Mobile no more than she could keep the attention of a guy who owns multiple homes and is a multi-millionaire.
Are you a virgin?
Yes,
And how old are you?
I'm 21.
Why haven't you done the deed yet?
The key to a strong society is family.
She's been
We could stop it right there. We could stop this video right here and just know that the type of mentality she has, know that she knows what her purpose is, understands exactly what men to give attention to and what men to ignore.
Yeah.
Just based off that statement right there alone, we know that the key to a strong society is family. I don't think anybody should be surprised by the fact of why we see so much chaos currently in our country. You can literally line it up with when the family no longer was the priority.
And so, in my view, choosing my future husband is like the most important decision I'll ever make. Yeah. And I'm somebody that I know my heart, and I know that I fall really hard when I meet somebody. So I want to retain some level of objectivity when I'm selecting a future partner. And I know that if I had sex with them, I would be completely imprinted on them. And instead of being like, okay, is this person, do they have the qualities that I'm looking for in a husband, or am I just making it work instead of like seeing red flags and leaving?
Is there any reason why you're dressed so modestly instead of revealing like most women tend to do when they come out to Miami?
I mean, this is just my personal sense of style. I just think it's respectful to others and to my future partner and to myself to just cover myself up more. I know that I, take care of myself. I'm pretty athletic, but I don't need to have that on display.
Man, first off, shout out to this woman right here.
Hey,
shout out to
spitting.
her because she understands exactly who she is. She's confident who she is. Even more so, she understands that how she dresses and the way she presents herself when she is in public is a reflection of who she is. And she's smart enough to understand that how she presents herself is going to have an effect on how people see her and how people treat her and the men that she attracts.
Where are they now? The kid who was brought to tears after his dad gifted him a baseball bat for his birthday. On Brahim Fowler's birthday in 2016, he thought his father had forgotten to buy him a birthday present. But little did Brahim know that his father bought him a brand new baseball bat. After unboxing his gift, Brahim would break down into tears and hug it out with his dad. Brahim looked ready to hit dingers as soon as he put the bat in his hands. With great excitement to first use his new bat in his birthday
I remember
game,
this. I did a video
he got
on
his chance
this.
at the plate and did the unthinkable. Brahim crushed a home run, and not only did his father get the home run on video, but he somehow caught it.
I caught it, bro! I caught it, baby! Yeah!
After this game, Brahim and his father even got the opportunity to talk about this moment on SportsCenter. Well, this took place more than 7 years ago.
I didn't know
Fast
that.
forward to now, Brahim is still killing it as a baseball player. In 2022, Brahim had a batting average of .417, which helped him land on the All-Conference second team. And in 2023, he made the All-Conference first team. Brahim is now considering all options in hopes of continuing his baseball career at the next level.
Wow, I remember doing a story on that as far as covering that in the video. And if there was ever any more proof you needed into the impact and how powerful just having a father around can be, this is just another example of that exactly.
It absolutely
Anyway, guys,
is.
as always, questions, comments, thoughts, and feedback, go ahead and drop it down below.
Whoa. Shannon, what you got going on, my boy? What you got going on, Shannon? But anyways, no, for real though, like that right there, that is very impactful. You never understand and you would never know what you do for somebody, what it might actually really do for them. So cherish every little thing, every little person, every little thing that you get to be a part of, every person that gets to be a part of your life that you choose to be into your life, and who you choose to take care of and everything. You never know. Life's way too short. So, hey, hope y'all enjoyed this. This is a different little swing of how we're going to start doing things. So, make sure that you're on the watch out for everything that is coming, all the different videos. I'm probably going to be able to push out a whole lot more of these because, as you can see, they're not that much longer than, they're not as long as the actual court shows and stuff like that. So, yeah. But, hey, we'll be here around making more videos. Make sure you're on the watch out. I'm out of here. Peace. Actually, I like kind of reacting to that because it's like a whole bunch of like different stuff. Like a whole lot of stuff comes together with that. You get what I mean? I think that's actually pretty cool.